Hello and welcome to the Week 5 edition of the Monster Pod here on thelines.com. Matt Brown, Steven Anders. Joined this week, Ryan Noonan from 4 for 4. Carolina Panthers on the road at the Chicago Bears. Yeah, it's a 4-point spread in favor of the Bears, if that says anything to you guys out there. A 4-point, there is an expensive 3.5 if you want to play the Bears, but 4 points in favor of the Bears. 41.5 is our total from an injury standpoint. I don't know if you guys saw this yesterday. The Panthers listed 19 guys on their injury report on Thursday. Now, 4 of those were rest-related, vet rest type things, but that's still 15 different guys that were on the injury report, including Josie Jewell, Shaq Thompson, Deontay Johnson, Tommy Trimble, Damian Lewis, Robert Hunt, Shai Tuttle, Nick Scott, Miles Sanders. All these dudes that are either starters or major contributors for this team were all either DNPs or limited practices for this team. So Panthers coming in just a world of hurt heading into this one, Steven. Are the Bears, here's the thing. It's not that whether we think the Bears are player for player better, because I think all of us would agree that that's the case, but are they 4 points better than anybody in the NFL right now?
You know, I've heard the arguments that the Bears were 3.5 against the Rams, and they're only 3.5, 4 against the Panthers. So maybe there's value on the Bears here. I don't really necessarily believe that. I do believe in the Panthers offense since Andy Dalton has taken over. I'm not sure they're, top 10 advanced metrics good, but they're clearly far, far improved from what they were with Bryce Young. So I think they're going to be live dogs whenever we have a spread over 3 live dogs to cover, that is. So I'm going to be interested. I did bet a little bit on Panthers +4, but the over is what I looked at here. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know there's some people concerned about some wind in the forecast in Chicago. It doesn't look like crazy 30, 40 mile an hour wind day in Chicago. Anytime we get such a low total here with the Carolina Panthers, I'm going to be interested in the over. This defense is decimated. They got nothing, man. I mean, I don't know if Shai Tuttle's going to play the nose tackle. That makes it even worse when Derek Brown's already out for the year. Shaq Thompson's not going to play. I mean, they have nothing left on defense, and you have an offense that's done a really good job of moving the ball. Now, is the Bears offense improving enough to contribute to this total as well? And can they cover a big spread as well? I think they can score enough here against the Panthers. I do have some concerns. I'd be curious to get Ryan's thoughts. He's in the Chicago area. I do see some improvements with the Bears. I don't know how much weight I put into it against the Rams and their defense. I'm concerned that the vast majority of Caleb Williams' completions last week were to running backs and tight ends. Like the 3 stud receivers barely got any work. So I'm more confident in the over here because I think that the Panthers just profile as a dead over team, and it's only sitting at 41 right now.
Yeah, Ryan, it's again, like I said, I think if I look at and go down this roster and pretty much everywhere you're gonna favor the Bears at this point, specifically with all the injuries that you've got going on with the Panthers. It's just we start to get on that other side of a field goal, and then we really do have to start to dig into the handicap a little bit more because it's still the NFL. Other side of a field goal is a decent amount that they've got to get to.
1,000%, because there's no way to look at it and just line up sides, like you said, and feel like there's not a significant edge on both sides of the ball of the Bears. I don't think weather ends up being too much of an issue. Obviously, it will at some point this year, but I don't think it's going to be too bad this weekend where it's a problem. But yeah, Steven kind of laid it out. I mean, the injury report is, and you're dealing with guys that are already out for the year, right? So like Nick Scott's on the injury report. Well, Nick Scott's filling in for Jordan Fuller, who's on IR. Ashawn Robinson is not really practicing. You have some other guys up front with Shai Tuttle and stuff. Like Derek Brown's out for the year. Like these are guys that are actually starting. Shaq Thompson has been awesome. He is out for the year. Josie Jewell has been really good. He is definitely out for this game. They are starting Trevin Wallace at linebacker. Trevin Wallace was the youngest linebacker drafted in this previous year's class. Surprising when he went this early. When guys get dubbed read and react linebackers, that just tells me you're just a shorts and a t-shirt guy, right? Yeah. You not necessarily got a feel for the position. You're just kind of a freak athlete. He allowed a 91% completion percentage last season at Kentucky. All of his metrics were really below average. It was kind of one of the more surprising, especially if you're on that side of the ball. Like at the time, it was just kind of like there are actually decent linebackers on the board. Why are they taking
Yeah.
this kid? He's playing every down in this game for the Panthers. So the problem is, can the Bears take advantage of that? Caleb Williams has the lowest success rate on passes 10 plus yards down the field. Last week was successful because they got the ball out quickly. Only 4.9 yards per play against the Rams defense is really tough to really want to be optimistic about a Bears team that kind of is taking in the soft part of the schedule. So I lean Chicago, but to your point, Matt, 4 is probably a little rich. So it's kind of a stay away because even though I think the Panthers maybe can keep a little bit of a pulse offensively, the defense is going to be a problem here.
So I guess then my question would be to you guys, if you wanted to back the Bears, is it safer to just play the team total over? And like, do we think that there is a point in which the Bears ever win this game, whatever, 13-10? I don't know. I think the Panthers, while I know that they're definitely just beat up all over the place and stuff, like I think that on the offensive side, they might be able to move it at least a little bit or something. Bears probably going to have to score a little bit in this. I don't know. I know getting to 21, getting to 22 points for the Bears is something else, but I think that might be the way that I would look at it.
I actually think I might be more interested in the Panthers team total over. Like, I know they're the dog, but they can chase too, even when they're behind, right? I trust that passing offense. That's crazy to sound with Andy Dalton. I know they're playing the tougher defense, but I don't know. Maybe I like both offensive matchups here because I bet the over, but yeah, I'm still a little weary about Caleb Williams any given week, right? Still a little bit.
Yeah, if you're looking on the Panthers side of things, you could get
18 and a half, 19.
You can get 17 and a half at minus 115. You can get 18 and a half at 108, something like that or whatever.
So do they get the 20 points?
So sub 20 points. So maybe an alternate way to look at that game if you want to go about it. All right, guys, everything you do absolutely free. Do appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up. Let us know in the comment section. Steven will go in. He'll read them. Like what did we get right? What did we get wrong? Let us know. And of course, you want to continue the discussion. Upper right-hand corner of thelions.com is the Discord. You can go in there, chat football, every single sport, actually, all year around. If you've not checked out 4for4 yet, head over to 4for4. Go in. You can use it not only for your sports betting, you can use it for your fantasy sports and your DFS and everything like that. So be sure, 4for4.com. Thanks, Ryan, for being with us as well. For Steven, I'm Matt. Good luck on all your Week 5 bets.